This is a Comfort Zone 16-inch oscillating desk fan model CZ161 from 2017. Now, this is a curb find from earlier this week. Um, this was insanely dirty when I found it, but the bearings were free somehow, and it worked. So therefore, I pretty much did nothing more than to clean it deeply, and I did some work inside the motor. And just like that Duracraft fan from the last video, I pretty much made the size of the inside diameter of the washers a slightly bit larger than the shaft to make the fan run a bit smoother than it was before. Um, Now these are looked down upon because these are disposable fans. These are cheaply made, so nobody really cares about these fans. Like like those two fans right there in the back. Those ones are made a lot better compared to this one. Now, this fan was in production for quite a while at this time. I think it was 10 years now that they were making this fan at the time. Before, when they started making this specific model, it was a lot different than what it looks like before they retired the model. So the description of it would be instead of this logo, it would have the older style logo that's going upwards, but it will be smaller and it will be blue in color. The blades would be rounded, and the grills, I think it had the similar shape to the SMC fan. And I think the motor cover was the same style as the wall fan that I had before. But this is what they were offering. I would say 5 years ago before they completely retired the model. Now, of course, apart from that, this would also be the last Comfort Zone fan to have full metal grills before they made this entire fan look like the 12-inch version, which would include the back plastic rear grill and the metal front grill, like their stand fans. Motor cover design is pretty much average. But yeah, the base design, as I said, I think they were manufacturing this for 12 years, and then they discontinued it in 2017. I really don't understand how they numbered their models, because there's always the CZ161 for every single model, despite the design, which is quite strange, but it's pretty much a habit that they are used to. But yeah, three speed switch, as you see there, with the interesting downwards design. But yeah, let's start this on high. What's interesting about the blade design is that it produces this whirring sound like the older 70s Blue Lasco bladed fans, if you remember right, just upon listening on it. But at the same time, I mean, this blade design was pretty much based on that exact fan. And these are looked down upon, but for a cheap fan, this blade set is probably the best that we have so far in modern times. I mean, look at that airflow. It is quite insane. And this pretty much produces this high velocity sound. Now, here's the disappointing portion of it. This motor is slightly overpowered, so therefore there is barely any speed change at all. Yeah. Airflow seems to barely have change at all either, but yeah, as you can see, it's very strong. And below. Yeah, not much difference there either. It's still running very fast. And here's the other weird thing about these fans. They always made their desk fans, well, every single oscillating fan of theirs pretty much oscillates at a 75-degree angle instead of your standard 90-degree, like every other one that you see out there. Medium. But yeah, this blade set was at least decent. Even though, once again, these are very looked down upon because these are disposable fans. And the only fan that has the full metal grills is the wall fan. Now, I don't think I show you this, but if you look at the handle real quick, and you look at how thick it is, this was pretty much the wire gauge they were using to make fan griddles. If not, I think they were slightly bit thicker, as you can see here. And therefore, nowadays we have these thin gauge wire metal grills, which require double retainers here, like this one. Hi. Now, I am interested in finding older versions of Comfort Zone fans. I have found, I think 3 so far, but I know Comfort Zone was around in the early 2000s, so I'm trying to find those, even though those are incredibly hard to find because, once again, these are disposable fans, and the materials is quite similar to these ones, I think. But I think they were slightly better if made by a different manufacturer. Right on. And as you can see here, it has a very decent spin down timing. So anyways, that'll be the end of the video. So that is the Comfort Zone 16-inch desk fan model CZ161 from 2017.